the Coyote Twin, Vermilion's Downtown Theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight on Coyote News, how USD's new food vendor will handle sustainability.
Plus, a Denim Day panel on sexual assault. This is Coyote News.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Philip Larson.
And I'm Sydney Funderman. The end of the semester is quickly approaching, which means a busy time for all students. But first,
changes to USD campus dining are fast approaching. The new food vendor, Sodexo, plans to change more than just food options. A dining feedback survey revealed that sustainability is one of the students' top priorities when it comes to on-campus dining. Campus recycling coordinator Anna Moore will begin working with Sodexo and other Regental universities about dining sustainability beginning in August.
In my role with recycling, I've seen what a huge role dining has in sustainability. All those sourcing decisions about where to buy food, how to serve it, affects us in recycling because the wrong things end up in the recycling bins. It has all sorts of effects for sustainability. And so now I'll be able to be working on the inside of dining.
Moore says she's excited for the future of sustainability at USD and other universities. Sodexo begins transitioning to campus in early May.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. On the last Wednesday of April, people around the world wear denim to show that sexual assault has nothing to do with what a victim is wearing. Students around campus will wear denim jeans and jackets in support of sexual assault victims. Today, iCare and Student Services hosted a panel of professionals to bring awareness to USD students, staff, and faculty about the process of reporting and prosecuting a sexual assault. The panel dispelled misconceptions regarding sexual assault, victim blaming, and what to do if you or someone you know endures sexual violence. The panelists were professionals in the fields of healthcare, criminal justice, advocacy, and peer support. Denim Day is an annual event. If you take pictures, share them online with the hashtag USD Denim Day. Dean Venki Venkatashalam of the Beacom School of Business has resigned. He's taking a new position as the Dean of the College of Management Science and Information Systems at the University of Massachusetts in Boston. Replacing him as the interim dean for the next academic year will be Dr. Mark Yockey, who currently serves as the chair of the Entrepreneurship Management and Marketing Division. He also serves as the chair of the Health Services Administration Department at USD.
Coming up, the Muslim Student Association teaches the community what Ramadan is all about. Plus, Lift-A-Thon raises money for the Special Olympics. It's all happening right here on Coyote News.
In a world where embracing your identity is a privilege not usually given to the members of the LGBTQIA+ community,
The University of South Dakota Spectrum provides community and education for young queer scholars.
sexuality and identity are defined on spectrums.
And having a community of open-minded, inclusive peers provides safety. Spectrum is one reason all Coyotes can call the University of South Dakota their home.
There is so much more to media and journalism than just those two words.
It's really shown me things that I never thought I was capable of doing, and I'm actually not too bad at it.
Even though you think you may want to do one thing, this major exposes you to everything.
The media and journalism department has helped me turn my dream into a reality by putting me in the position to succeed.
This is Coyote News.
Despite less than fortunate weather for flying kites, the first ever USD Kite Carnival took place earlier today. The Kites Festival is celebrated in many South Asian cultures. While the weather meant the planned food and games couldn't happen as intended, the club still found a way to celebrate and have some fun. Club members attempted to fly a variety of colorful kites after the rain had stopped. Despite low wind conditions and dreary skies, several people tried to get their kites airborne. Running across the campus green and doing the run and tug method seemed to get the best results. Even though the event didn't go as planned this year, the Asian American Student Association plans to host the event again next year.
Ramadan is a holy month in which Muslims fast prior to sundown for 30 days. Coyote News' Danielle Konechny shares how students are breaking their fasts.
Ramadan Kareem is an event hosted by the Muslim Student Association. It is an event that has food, games, and it also includes the community and teaches them what Ramadan is all about.
It was called Iftar and Eid event because just to bring everybody closer together and open our fast together just as a family like we do back home. And Eid is a day which we usually celebrate at the end of the Ramadan it's a gift from God, but we just decided to do it all together today and just celebrate it as a family.
MSA had multiple students that cooked for this event, and it is one of their biggest events of the year.
Home, when we break our fasts, we usually do it around family. A lot of relatives come, so when we have a lot of our friends here, we see a lot of friendly faces. We feel like we're at home with family, and it's a nice way to break our fast.
MSA plans on hosting Ramadan again next year. For Coyote News, I'm Danielle Konechny.
Ramadan continues throughout the month. Coyote News' Kate Cromer is live in the muck to hear from one student what Ramadan means to her. Kate?
Thanks, Sydney. I'm here live in the muck with USD student Aya Uichi. Now, what is the cultural significance of Ramadan?
Ramadan is about empathy. As you know, Ramadan is basically fasting, so we don't eat and drink, and also we don't lie or do bad stuff from the sunrise to the sunset. So that makes us kind of feel what the poor people feel all over the day. They're not able to eat or drink. So that makes us, be grateful more for the little things we have, get closer in a more of a spiritual way to God, because since we're kind of given up a little bit on our human instincts, and it's about family, it's about, so it's kind of a way to get closer to God in a way.
Why is it important for international students to have events like these to attend here on USD's campus, that they might be feeling homesick or things like that?
I think that is important, since to feel that this place is actually your home, since we're being far away from home is really hard, and being homesick can actually cause mental problems. So having Ramadan, practicing Ramadan with people you like, it feels like your family. So it makes USD part of your family, actually in real. Yeah.
Do you have any tips or advice for students who might be fasting on campus currently?
I think you should see it more of a mental way to be stronger. I know that a lot of athletes also practice Ramadan and they still do good, and that's because they're mentally hard, so mentally strong. So if you feel like it's really challenging, say that it's a way to get stronger, and that mindset, it's going to help you get over the day without even feeling it.
Thank you for being here with us, Aya.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Kate Cromer.
Thanks, Kate. Ramadan will end on the 1st of May.
This Saturday, the Wellness Center will be hosting a Lift-A-Thon fundraiser to benefit Special Olympic athletes. On the day, each athlete will complete 3 attempts at a squat, bench, and a deadlift. Their total will be added up, with sponsors donating $1 to every pound totaled to the Special Olympics of South Dakota. The fundraiser's organizer, Ryan Hanks, says it'll be an opportunity to get the community back together in the gym for a cause.
Honestly, I came back from Christmas break and I was kind of bored, and I just thought it'd be something fun to do to kind of bring the whole community together. Because I know fitness community and the gym community as a whole, a lot of people are still kind of nervous to come in and experience the gym again. I know that community and the Special Olympics community, they got hit even harder, right? So a lot of their athletes couldn't even go in and participate in their sports and their usual activities. So I thought this was just kind of a cool way to bring everybody together and just get everybody back in here. People are slowly starting to trickle back in, and we're seeing strength training kind of explode in this community. So I just thought it'd be a great way to get some of those athletes in here too to participate with the community members.
The fundraiser is free this Saturday for all who want to come. Cheer on the participants.
Next on Coyote Sports, we learn how international tennis players are spending their off-season this summer. Stay with us.
This is Coyote News.
This is Coyote Sports. I'm Michael Stake.
And I'm Hannah Gokenauer.
After Coach Todd Lee parted ways with the men's basketball team, 6 players entered the transfer portal, but 2 have returned to the roster. The players who entered the portal include Boogie Anderson, Xavier Fuller, Cruz Perot-Hunt, Mason Archambault, Hunter Goodrick, and Cannon Coster. 4 of the 6 players have found new homes. Anderson will stay in the Summit League playing for the Kansas City Roos. Fuller is going back home to Arizona to play for the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Goodrick is headed to California Baptist, and Coster will continue to playing his career in Florida at St. Leo University. 2 players, Perot-Hunt and Archambault, have elected to return to USD for another season. That means the Coyotes have their 2 top scorers back from this year. Perot-Hunt averaged 15 points per game, while Archambault averaged 14.5.
2 starters on the Coyote women's basketball team entered the transfer portal, leaving South Dakota's roster without any of their full-time starters from last season's Sweet 16 run. Maddie Kroll, Kaya Watson, entered the transfer portal 2 weeks ago. Watson announced today that she will be joining coach Dawn Plitzowhite at West Virginia. Maddie Kroll has yet to announce her decision. Coyote News' Landon DeBoer is live with a new women's basketball coach, Kayla Carius, to hear how she's preparing her roster. Landon?
Thanks, Hannah. I'm here with the new head coach for the women's basketball team, Kayla Carius. First and foremost, I want to say welcome back to USD. And as the viewers just learned, there are no full-time starters left from last season left on the team. How are you looking to fill that void?
Right. Well, it's always a challenge when you look to have some personnel changes within the roster. Actually, the one person we're still waiting on a decision, but certainly the transfer portal has just become more of a norm for everybody in the country, and we're all dealing with it. But like you said, we have some great pieces that are still here, and they're looking to step up into new roles this coming year. And certainly we'll be looking to add a few players to give us a little bit more experience on the floor as we look ahead to next year.
And you are a part of the coaching staff that helped to recruit Liv Korngable, Chloe Lamb, and Hannah Shervin. How does this recruiting experience help you now as a head coach?
Well, I think it's invaluable, really, that I was here 4 years ago. I spent 2 years here on the former staff, and I was able to just really build such good relationships with so many of these players. It's really unique, but I actually have a relationship with almost everybody in our current locker room just because of my recruiting experience with them. Some a little bit more than others, but it's phenomenal to just already have those relationships and to know really what we're looking for here at USD and what makes a really good player fit here at USD. It's just so important for me to already have that.
And how has the transition been from going from an assistant to a head coach now?
Well, you're just in awe, really, of everything that a head coach has to take care of. But it's a whirlwind, but it's a fun whirlwind. That's how I keep kind of describing it. It's really everything I dreamed about. I've always wanted to be a head coach, and when you step into this spot, I think it's just fun. All the different things that you get to do every day, and the people that you get to meet and interact with, and just the leadership role that you have for your players and how important that is. We're not even talking on the court X's and O's yet, so there's just so much that goes into it, but it's really been so much fun so far.
And you talked a little bit about the X's and O's there. So the last couple of years, it's been a really defensive-minded team. Would you say that you will look to continue that, or are you looking to change things up a little bit?
Well, there's no question that that's definitely the side of the ball that I lean towards too. So defensive-minded will definitely be that way, and a lot of the core values that we have in our team and the way that we play, I think are going to remain the same because we're built that way and we believe in that, and we're really just tough, and we find a way to just grit out possessions on the defensive end. So I really think a lot of that will be the same, though there will be some things in the transition that will be different, and we'll call different things, and just the way we go about things will be a little different. And on the offensive end, there may be just a little bit of a change of style. I've always been a fan of motion offense, but it just may look a little bit different, and part of that is based on your personnel that you have on the floor too, and certainly we look a lot different than we did last year.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Live in the Muck for Coyote News, I'm Landon DeBoer.
Thanks, Landon. Coach Carias and the Coyotes will be back in action next November.
As the school year and athletic seasons come to a close, many athletes are considering how they want to spend time off of their respective sport. Coyote News' Sydney Johnson tells us how 2 tennis athletes are spending their summers.
While the tennis team finishes its season, the 10 international tennis athletes are contemplating how they will spend their summer breaks. Junior Bertha Gerbau intends to spend her time off the court equally between family and tennis.
I usually just go back home and I practice back home and I play some tournaments there and then we come back in August when we start our
Freshman Bea Havlichkova said she is planning to spend her summer catching up with family and taking a break from practice.
I'm going back to the Czech Republic and I'm so excited because during the winter break I was not able to go home because of the COVID situation. So I've been here already for 9 months, so I'm really excited to go home.
Havlichkova and Gerbau are both excited to return home for summer break. But first, they both said they can't wait to compete in the Summit League tournament. For Coyote News, I'm Sydney Johnson.
Thanks, Sydney. The tennis team travels to Omaha Friday to compete against Oral Roberts in their first round of the tournament.
The tennis team wrapped up their regular season in Sioux Falls, where they claimed a 5-2 victory over Omaha. The Coyotes honored 5 players on Senior Day: Habiba Ali, Indy Ampa, Anna Maria Bukina, Natka Kozmakova, and Yana Lazarevic. With the win, USD qualified for the Summit League tournament as the number 3 seed, where they'll play the second-seeded Oral Roberts on Friday morning at 9 a.m. in Omaha. If the Coyotes win, they'll challenge either Denver or Omaha for the Summit League championship on Saturday at noon.
The Coyotes softball team swept the weekend against North Dakota, taking all 3 games over the Fighting Hawks. South Dakota had a combined 41 hits and drew 18 walks in the weekend series, helping them outscore UND 43 runs to 11 in the 3 games combined. They won the games by the scores of 8-0, 21-2, and 14-9. Catcher Bella Gurkey went 7 for 9 with 4 of her hits gaining extra bases, including a home run in the series finale. The Coyotes will be back in action this Saturday, while they will host the Omaha Mavericks with the series beginning on Saturday at noon. The Coyotes will also play their final non-conference game at Nygaard Field against Creighton on Tuesday.
The track and field team competed in 2 meets in California over the weekend: the Pacific Coast Intercollegiate and the Mount Sac Relays. The Coyotes captured 4 women event titles at the Pacific Coast Intercollegiate, headlined by another 4x400 meter relay victory. At the Mount Sac Relays, Murga Gameda broke a 22-year-old program record in the 10,000 meter event, finishing it in 29 minutes and 18 seconds, beating the old record by 6 seconds. On Tuesday, Gameda was named the Summit League Athlete of the Week. The Coyotes will be back home this weekend hosting the South Dakota Challenge at the Lily Bridge Track Complex. The event will start tomorrow at 5 and runs through Saturday. Coming up, we hear what students regret the most from the semester. Stay with us.
Hey, do you want to answer a quick question for Coyote News?
Huh? What's the question?
It's about roommates. It'll only take a second.
I don't know.
Come on, all you have to do is talk to me. What's the weirdest thing that you found your roommate doing?
One time I came home from class and she was clipping her toenails on my bed. That was weird and gross.
Hey, look, it's you.
It was weird and gross.
No way.
This is Coyote News.
The good moments in college would not exist without the bad ones.
That's right, Sydney. In this week's Out and About, we asked students what their biggest regrets were of the semester.
Here's what they had to say.
Not having enough fun, because in college you're paying for your fun, so.
Probably not studying for that last math test. Probably using too much flex.
Not studying hard enough.
Taking any math course.
I should have probably drank a little less.
Probably failing an important exam.
Probably not getting a mock meal plan.
Probably not studying for my second biology test.
Procrastinating.
Taking a 2-hour-long class.
Probably not studying hard enough for a test.
Probably sleeping too much. Yeah, I just wasted a lot of time.
Not taking more classes.
Spending time with some of my friends, spend a little more time.
Taking 17 credits in the first semester without knowing it.
Spending all my flex quickly, so now I have to actually spend less, you know.
Not blacking out after winning off a Hail Mary against SDSU.
No regrets, I guess.
Not going on spring break. Biggest regret.
As we heard earlier, the Sodexo Food Service is focusing on sustainability. This Friday is Earth Day, and the Sustainability Department is hosting a variety of events for students to participate in. Here with more on that is Kate Cromer, who's live in the muck. Kate?
Thanks, Phil. I'm here live in the muck with the Chair of Sustainability and Environment, Megan Jarko. Now, our viewers at home might be a little bit bummed out to hear that Earth Days actually kicked off last weekend for Vermilion, but what events are there to look forward to this week?
The bigger events are still coming up. So tomorrow we would have an event at Spirit Mound where people can help us with the restoration. And then on Friday, as you heard, is the actual Earth Day. And so on Earth Day, there's a clothing swap that'll be here in the muck. The Earth Day Fair, which is from 11 to 2. There will be a night sky party at Spirit Mound, assuming the weather holds out. And then on Saturday, there'll be a range of events at the 4-H Center, including a Party for the Planet that has free lunch activities for kids and families too. And then also a 5K walk and run, and then the Vermilion Farmers Market.
What impacts do these events have on sustainability and the Vermilion community?
I like to think that Earth Days does a range of things. So of course there's some events where we do service things like what's at Spirit Mound, but I think more of it is about building community, getting excitement, bringing people together. And so that was really hard, the last couple years with COVID, but this year we're really back at it and people are back together.
Are there any practices students can implement to their daily lives that they want to improve their sustainability and impact on the planet?
One of the things we're focusing on this year and that we had in the book discussion that happened yesterday, but with some amount of finding joy. I think one of the things in the environmental movement that often happens is we think about what are all the problems. And of course there are problems, but there are problems in everything. And so I would say one thing is think about, can you find joy, and can you think about how you can contribute to making the world a better place?
Megan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
A clothing swap will be taking place in the Muck Pit from 10 to 5 on Friday. Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Kate Cromer.
Thanks, Kate. Earth Day is this Friday, and there will be a campus-wide clothing swap for students to mark the day. And speaking of regrets, I will be missing Snoop Dogg playing this week due to procrastinating. The hip-hop star is performing at the Denny Sanford Premier Center last night to a nearly sold-out Sioux Falls crowd. The show, titled the 420 Special Tour, features country artists Coyote and Justin Champagne. Fans sang and danced to songs, while outside of the arena, the South Dakota cannabis legalization campaign collected signatures. The Pepper Entertainment Agency coordinated the 420 special tour following the week of the Super Bowl 56 halftime show, when Snoop Dogg performed alongside Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar. This is not Snoop's first performance in South Dakota. He made his Sturgis motorcycle rally debut at the Buffalo Chip Campground in 2019. Thank you for joining us. That is all for tonight's Coyote News.
Pick up the latest issue of the Volant to read more details about the new men's basketball coaches.
Listen to student radio shows for news and entertainment on 91.1 KAOR.
This is Coyote News. We'll see you next Wednesday for the Red Report. Remember, it's not news, it's the Red Report.